practice. It's supposed to be a game. I got a text message saying, be at Wharton, they're playing East Bay.
I got the same text. East Bay, Wharton tonight. East Lake, Tarpon Springs.
No. Yeah, I know what happened. Somebody is messing with the show. How are we supposed to do a rewind opening here? There's no game.
Now we got to fight the traffic over to Pinellas County.
Heads are going to roll over this one.
Heck, Cody, somebody may be trying to sabotage the show.
Yeah, maybe somebody's trying to get me fired. Joey.
Infinite skills. TampaBay.com is the source you trust. We got imitators, but they don't do sports like us. We got the county battles and crosstown rivalries. Highlight Central, we hit you with what you gotta see. If you're not in the crowd, online is where you gotta be. From Friday Night Rewind to Season 2 Odyssey.
Another classic Wesley Chapel Pasco game. A lot of people thought Pasco was superior, but Wesley Chapel in the passing game stood throw to throw. In the running game, the Wildcats stood toe to toe. But in the end, turnovers and special teams were the great unequalizer in the Pirates' 21-20 victory here at Wesley Chapel. Unofficially, the Wildcats gained 249 total yards to Pasco's 244 and had 14 first downs to Pasco's 11. They even scored first on Keenan Reynolds' 33-yard TD late in the first quarter. But Pasco responded, and what may have been the offensive play of the game, Pirates quarterback DJ Clower found Purdue commitment Josh Johnson on a short pass, and Johnson broke 4 tackles en route to the end zone. The extra point was blocked by Hunter Joyer, however, forcing the Pirates to go for 2 following their next TD, which they converted. Both teams had moderate success with a pass. Wesley Chapel used 2 QBs and totaled more than 100 passing yards. After Jamal Haynes' 7-yard TD run, Clower found Hakeem Ishmar for the conversion that gave Pasco a 14-7 halftime lead. The Wildcats would tie things up on defensive play of the game when defensive back Aaron Duncan appeared to just strip Clifford Phillips of the ball and race 73 yards for a game-tying TD. The teams would trade touchdowns from there. The difference, Pasco converted an extra point. Wesley Chapel had its extra point blocked. Difference in the ball game.
It hurts. Yes, we had opportunities. We shouldn't have missed the extra point. But what are you going to do? They play well enough. I think our team played well enough to know that we could be contenders.
John Cody here at Chelo Huerta Field at Hillsborough High School, where tonight Chamberlain posted a 48-21 victory. They looked like the real deal. Dante Aycock was the story of this game. He fumbled on the 3rd play of the game, which led to Hillsborough's first score, but the rest of the game was absolutely dominant. Before the first quarter was even over, he had 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass. By halftime, he added another touchdown run. It was 26-14. You can see the scoreboard behind me. They just piled it on. Hillsborough's defense, very young. They're going to get better. But tonight, they had no way to stop Dante Aycock, who goes over 100 yards, along with running back Kenny Allen. Dante, 3rd play of the game. Third play of the game, you fumble, sets up Hillsborough's first score. And then from that point on, it was all you. Talk about what you did to get yourself back in the game at that point. You had 3-4 touchdowns before halftime.
After the fumble, I just told myself just to forget about the play, erase the play from my mind, and I was just gonna go out there and get them next time. So, and that's what I did on the next drive. We drove down the field and scored, and I think that gave everybody a little bit of momentum to go in the game.
You feel like you wore them down, and by halftime that you guys were pretty much in control?
Yeah, I think so. Our defense played great. They had a couple of fumbles, and I think that kind of took them out their game and put them in a shell going into halftime.
The fact that we came back and played the way they did after that start shows a lot about our football team. We're a good football team. And, of course, the trip ops with Dante. Dante's a magician. And once we get going, ain't nobody slowed us down yet in 4 games. I'm sure somebody will dream up something, but that's a great victory. To beat Hillsborough by any score is good. To beat them like that, that's historical.
Big game this week in Pinellas County. It's East Lake, right there in the blue against Tarpon Springs, about to bust through this fake banner. And once again, they packed the joint for this one. This is always a big game. And Tarpon trailed all game long until 5 minutes remain when Ladarius only caps a 15-play, 75-yard drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. East Lake, maybe they can rally.
maybe they can't. That pass is tipped, and Stamati Damalos snatches it out of midair. He'll race all the way down to the 1 yard line, gets knocked out, says, hey, Marcel Lewis, finish this off for me. And he does. A 1 yard touchdown run makes it 20-10 in favor of the Spongers, and they're in control.
That was a big shift, definitely. Yeah. Got a crowd into it, our players into it, and then we got another touchdown right after that.
And the Sponger defense was not done. Schaefer again rolling out, Kyle Kachuk all over him. The ball pops loose. Drayden Ampus scoops it up at the 14. He'll score. That'll make it 27-10. Eastlake adds a late touchdown. Not enough, though. 27-17 Spongers. And check out Coach George Codis.
We beat Eastlake!
Joey, whose house is that crazy girl talking about?
Des Little's house, Des Little Stadium at Gulf. The Bucks are 3-0 for the first time since 1974, which was, incidentally, the last time that mutton chop was in style. Gulf 37-6 over Hernando. Bubba Golden, 242 yards on only 15 carries.
Joey, scoring 11 times is going to get you into the American League playoffs. It's also going to get you a victory over Zephyr Hills football these days.
Yes, this year. Mitchell scored 11 last week and beat the Bulldogs. Land O'Lakes scored 11 tonight and beat the Bulldogs 11-3 at the Swamp. Defensive battle. Tyler Guy from Zephyr Hills sacked 6 times. Stevie Weatherford, the Gators quarterback, sacked twice in the first half alone. Zephyr Hills had a touchdown run nullified by a penalty. The only legitimate touchdown in the game, a 49-yard run by Tyler Peak of the Gators. And Alex Spock for the Gators had a 47-yard personal best field goal, which we'll talk about later in the show. Cody, I think Wesley Chapel can earn a playoff berth after what I saw tonight. The Wildcats have some offensive balance. They've got a good offensive line. They just need to stop turning the ball over. If they do that, they can clinch a playoff berth in a 4-team 5A district.
I think something smells fishy about Jarvis Giles' injury. The Gaither running back told me after he got hurt in the preseason game it was a groin. Coach told me it was a bruise. And after 3 weeks, I'm beginning to think it's a groin.
Cody, I think I was a little bit off in the reclamation project at Hernando. I think it's going to take John Palmer a little longer than anticipated, maybe 2 to 3 years instead of 1 to 2 years. They lost big at golf tonight. And speaking of golf, I think they could be poised to have the best season in school history, but I also think they're 1 or 2 injuries away from disaster.
I think since you're admitting how wrong you always are, I'm going to admit that maybe I thought Gibbs was going to be better than they were. They lost again tonight to Northeast, losing back-to-back weeks now. Things don't look too good for the Gladiators.
I think Jesuit has its swagger back. After a 500 season last year, they're 3-0 after tonight's rout of St. Petersburg Catholic. In their first 3 games, they've outscored the opposition 125-14.
I think Chamberlain can play with anybody, and that includes Armwood. And I say we get these 2 teams together on a bye week, put them in a room and see what happens.
I think that mutton chop looks absolutely ridiculous.
Friendly mutton chop. And you're very unfriendly.
It's time for the Friday Night Rewind Shoutouts!
Plants Aaron Murray, a regular on the shoutout segment. 7 first-half touchdown passes in tonight's rout of Middleton. After the game, Panthers coach Bob Weiner said, he's spectacular. Bob, tell us what you really think.
Mywan Jackson had armed with 3 touchdowns running, 2 touchdowns passing. Take that, Dante Aycock.
I told you we'd get back to Alex Spock, a 47-yard field goal tonight against Zephyr Hills, a personal record. He got roughed on a punt during that drive, which perpetuated the drive that led to the field goal.
Jaquez Jenkins at Lakewood to Garrett Dennis of Lakewood, 3 times, 3 touchdowns tonight.
Let's get a coach on the shout-out. Springstead's Bill Veneta, 50th win at the school. He becomes the school's career leader in a 33-0 rout of Bellevue.
Remember Darius Bellamy at Deneen? I thought he had retired. 6 touchdowns tonight, 9 carries, 199 yards.
Pick it up.
Wait, hold on. 3 touchdowns each. Spoto's Rodney Williams, Tampa Bay Tech's Angel Rodriguez, Tampa Catholic's Henry McLeod. Time is running out here. Oh my God, Darren Damaraki. Time's running out.
Got to kick it, Darren.
Kicker, Darren, the kick is up. It's good.
Good.
Gaither.
27 yards.
They win.
Don't even think about stopping to get something to eat, Cody. We don't have time.
You're blaming me for this now? You're mad at me?
Oh,
you got
Cody,
the same
I don't want to hear
text message I did.
Another fine mess you got.
Yeah, and you don't even put your seatbelt on. Real safe. This is Friday Night Rewind.